There's a lot of people for you. There's somebody that's coming through that's acknowledging some sort of like a name connection with you. So I don't know how.
That's my grandmother. I'm named after her.
She's a very strong energy for you.
She's
almost very pushy.
He can make people cry. He's a renowned psychic and medium who has amazing accuracy. Thomas John has been doing this ever since he was just a little kid. He is now known all over the world for his special talent. Thomas John is also out with a brand new book. It's called Never Argue with a Dead Person, True and Unbelievable Stories from the Other Side. You see the cover there. Thomas is here to tell us about what it's like to be a psychic to the stars. Welcome. I was telling you during the break, I've made it to chapter 5, and you say something in your book that dead people have a lot to say, and they're usually right.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, they like to guide us. You know, even though somebody passes away, they still stay connected to us. And so even if we don't talk to them every moment or feel them at every moment, they're around. And so when they can intervene and help or give you guidance or give you a message or visit you in a dream, they will do that.
Now, how do you relay the message to your clients? How does that happen?
You know, when somebody comes to me for a reading, I really just focus on whatever energy's around them. And, you know, the reading usually just kind of delivers itself. And a lot of times people come and they think that they might want to hear about a certain thing, and it ends up that it's another thing that they're going to hear about, or they think they're going to hear from this person, it turns out it's another person. So I always just encourage people to keep an open mind.
In most cases, is it mostly the spirit that has some unfinished business? The person you're reading has some unfinished business? Or is this just something to validate and confirm and to guide the person that you're reading for?
I'd say all of the above.
Yeah.
I do find that generally people that are living are the ones that they hold on to certain things. We have guilt. We weren't there at the end. We made this decision. We didn't see this person. So I always tell people to try to resolve their issues when both people are alive. Otherwise, they're going to be seeing me.
Yeah. Now, your practice is based in New York. Can you tell us about some of your celebrity clients?
Well, I've read for a lot of celebrities. You know, some I can mention, some I can't. But I've read for Courtney Cox, Jennifer Lopez, a lot of actors, actresses. You know, a lot of regular people too. I don't just read celebrities, but because I do spend a lot of time in New York and LA, I do. You know, a lot of those types of people gravitate to me.
And a lot of people wonder, are celebrities just like everybody else when it comes to the message?
I always say celebrities have problems too. So they come, they have the same issues that everybody else has. They want some guidance about what's up ahead. They miss a loved one, you know, so they face the same things, yeah, that we all have to deal with.
Now, you were saying in your book here, a lot of times when spirits come to you, your client wants to know what's going on, of course. But you're saying that actually in the spirit world, spirits have their own jobs to do. Is that right?
Yeah. People, when they pass over, it doesn't end here, you know. I believe, and what the spirits have confirmed for me, is that they go on, they continue to love us and guide us, and they're part of a soul group that we're all in. But they also have, you know, jobs that they do. I had a client who came through. I was at an event yesterday, and a grandmother came through for somebody and was talking about really being connected to children on the other side. And it turns out in life, they, you know, worked at a school and loved children and stuff. So they do continue a lot of the stuff that they loved here.
And are you getting anything today in the studio?
I feel your grandmother around you, definitely. Actually, I feel both. Are both passed?
Both grandmothers are gone. Yes.
Yeah, and I could feel that you must have both met them in the physical world, that they were,
yes.
Yeah, you've spent time with them. I felt maybe your mom's mom a little bit more strong for some reason, but
okay.
May I ask also, did one have glasses?
They both had glasses, yeah.
And I see also, is there a P? A letter P, but in the physical world, is there like a P?
My mother's first name starts with a P.
Okay, so I think I just feel for some reason your mom is a little bit stronger, and there's 2 boys that she watches over. I don't know, there's 2 boys that she's talking about that I don't know that she really met them here, but I feel like she's very connected to them, like she interacts with them. She's saying one of them's really intuitive. And also I feel, for some reason with your mom's mom, do you have a lot of photographs of you and your mom when you and your grandmother when you were little?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, because there's different photographs you show me. One of them, it looks like, you're actually sitting and kind of talking to one another, or you're sitting on, like, it almost looks like maybe a sofa or a couch, and you're sitting and interacting with each other. And it's almost like she's saying, you can talk to me still, just like you are in that picture where you're going on and talking to her, and she's listening to you. It's kind of like she listens to you and guides you here. I feel like she's wants to just steer you and stuff like that. I see also like a big promotion for you.
Yeah. Well, if you stick around, I'll show you that picture because I do have one of me and my grandmother on a couch, and I do talk to both my grandmothers quite often, just
you should.
out and about. So they watch my house when I'm not around too. Well, for more information about Thomas John, amazing. I'm really surprised here. His new book, just go to our website, kcal9.com, click Seen on TV.